It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Saturday, the 11th of January. I'm Michael Groff. Our main weather headline around here for the next day or two will be the cold overnight temperatures with a freeze expected in many areas tonight and possibly tomorrow night into Monday morning as well. How cold will it be? How long does it last? And do we have any rain chances in the forecast? We'll talk about all of that and everything else as we dive on in. First, the almanac from yesterday, 65 degrees the afternoon high, 41 the morning low, and for the second straight day, we were below average. Those average temperatures at 67 and 46. And as we take a look outside right now, just after 11 o'clock, we've got sunny sky, and it's cool out there, 52 degrees at Sky Harbor. Dew points at 16, relative humidity 24%. The winds are light, and the barometer is steady. Satellite picture out here across the west. We've got another short wave passing by to the north and east of us. It's not going to have any real big impacts on us other than to keep the cool and dry air flowing in. And unfortunately, it will keep that pressure gradient somewhat tight over the southwest. And so we'll continue to see those gusty winds over parts of Southern California, which is bad news. Now, not nearly as strong for those wind gusts as we have seen in recent days, but still, it will be breezy to windy at times. Luckily, we should see at least some decrease in those winds over the next couple of days, but conditions out here in the southwest remain extremely dry with this ongoing drought, and those conditions are only going to worsen with time. The watch warning map, obviously the winter weather conditions up to the north across Montana, Wyoming, spilling out into the northern plains states. We've got a winter weather advisory over the Tennessee Valley. Still some snowflakes flying in a few spots and icy travel for parts of northern Alabama. And temperatures are well below average there. And so it's just a big mess. They had rain, they had sleet, they had snow there yesterday. And obviously for the East Coast, we still have snowflakes flying there and windy conditions. Now for us, we've got a freeze warning tonight from midnight until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for much of southern southeast Arizona. Now in the Phoenix area, this includes most of the valley. So again, if you are now, of course, in downtown Phoenix, it is unlikely that we'll see temperatures get below freezing. Still, technically, they are in the freeze warning. So here's what you should probably do. Go ahead and cover up your plants. I mean, even if you live in downtown Phoenix, I realize temperatures are unlikely to get below freezing there. So if you want to chance it, go ahead. But for most of us tonight, away from downtown Phoenix, away from that urban core, if you live in the outer lying areas, even in, not necessarily the traditional coldest spots, Avondale, Goodyear, Litchfield Park, go ahead and cover up. Surprise, Scottsdale, North Scottsdale, Fountain Hills, Carefree, Cave Creek, up in the McDowell Mountains, Apache Junction, Queen Creek, Sun Lakes, and some of those areas I just mentioned, especially out in the Southeast Valley and some of those higher elevations, you are likely to see lows get down into the mid and upper 20s tonight. So bring the pets indoors and cover up those plants. And look, if you're going out late tonight, early tomorrow morning, bundle up. It's chilly. I mean, I know for some parts of the country, they laugh at that, but for us here in the Southwest, this is as cold as it gets around here, at least in recent years. So be aware of that. All right. And then again, tomorrow night into Monday morning, we could see a repeat of this, and I'm sure the National Weather Service will consider that. And maybe in this afternoon's forecast package, they'll issue another freeze warning. So be aware of that. Elsewhere, some wind advisories in parts of Southern California, red flag warnings, air quality alerts. Let me see here. Let's pull up some of these wind gusts as of the time I'm recording this. Now, in the LA area, LA County, Orange County, wind gusts not too bad. Chileo Campground, though, 49 mile per hour wind gust. We've got a 43 mile per hour wind gust over towards Simi Valley. I believe that's up on Wiley Ridge. We got some 30 plus mile per hour wind gusts over in parts of San Bernardino County. And some gusty winds in parts of Riverside County, too. But in the LA area, for the most part, winds are not too bad right now. But again, We're going to still have to watch out for locally gusty winds as a wind advisory remains in effect. The red flag warnings are in effect. Very, very low relative humidities. The problem is you have these north and northeasterly winds. Those are coming down. They are offshore. They're coming down the mountains. As you take wind, you move it down the mountains. It dries it out, compresses that air, warms it up, and takes all the moisture out. And so very low relative humidities in the 10 and 20% range, very low dew points in the teens and 20s and 30s in these areas, even all the way down to the coast. So obviously, the conditions are still there for these wildfires, these just devastating, horrific blazes that have just torched over 10,000 structures in the LA area to continue. And that's bad news. And obviously in the canyons and down toward Brentwood, that's the big concern right now. Now, at least we'll see some cooler temperatures and that will help. But boy, there's just no sign of precipitation in sight for a while. Here's the convective outlook for today. No organized severe weather across the country. In fact, we don't even anticipate a single rumble of thunder over the lower 48 today or tonight. Precipitation outlook around here. This is valid through next Saturday morning. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing statewide, essentially nothing. I got news for you, folks. The prospect of precipitation around here is low. It's not zero, but it is low. And we've been teased by the models, and it doesn't look that great. But let's figure it out right now. Let's get to those models, see what the future may hold. Here we go. The GFS, the 12Z run at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Okay, we got a short wave diving into the plain states, kind of clipping through the southwest United States, the Four Corners. That brings another round of northerly flow in here, keeps the heights below average, and it's going to keep temperatures below average. But it's also, you see that big ridge sitting off to the north and west of us, those above average heights. That's an anomalous ridge out there. That's a 588 ridge at the center of that off the California coast. And unfortunately, the pressure gradient's still tight. Not as tight, but still what it means down at the surface for the rest of the day today. Sunny, a light breeze here in Phoenix, some gusty winds over parts of Southern California, Southern Nevada, the Mojave Desert as well. High temperatures today here in Phoenix, upper 50s and low 60s. Pretty similar to what we saw yesterday. We might actually top out in the mid-60s in the warmest desert spots. Tonight, though, the air is very dry, and the breezes are going to calm down, and so we're going to cool off. Lows upper 20s to upper 30s. And again, out there in the far southeast valley, up in the higher elevations, and certainly down toward parts of Pinal County, central Pinal County, we could see lows getting down into the mid-20s. All right, now for tomorrow, frost in some spots in the morning. Otherwise, we're looking at sunny sky, another repeat of today, low to mid-60s. Pretty much same story. Some breezes in Southern California to watch out for, but not quite as bad. Let's go to Monday. And again, another cool start to the day. I mean, we're going to be upper 20s to upper 30s. So even though we don't have a freeze warning as of the time I'm doing this video, go ahead. It's another night to cover up. But then Monday, highs again, low to mid 60s. However, Monday night, not quite as cold. Low 30s for the cold spots, around 40 in the urban core. And let's keep on going. Here's Tuesday. This is Tuesday. We're going to start to warm it up. High temperatures should get back to the, I'd say upper 60s to about 70. We're going to start to see a warm up here as that ridge begins to nudge in just a little bit. Now, we do see an upper low beginning to close off of the California coast by about Wednesday and Thursday. Now, we're going to warm it up here in Phoenix. High temperatures are going to get back into the low 70s. And again, dry air. We could even see the warmest desert spots getting to about the mid-70s. Some increase in high clouds by Thursday, but that's going to be about it. Yeah, this upper low that's out here, the GFS kind of shows it beginning to move east and weakening. It's dampening out as it comes our way. By Friday, there could be enough moisture for at least some isolated showers here over southern Arizona. We've still got a chance of showers in our forecast, and there's a cluster of our ensemble guidance that shows chances of precipitation in here on Friday. But the moisture levels are not great, and the total amount of precipitation is not shown to be very significant, generally well under 1/10 of an inch. We'll see how future model runs hold out. We've seen flips and flops here, but right now we're not holding on to anything great. And again, for Southern California, rain chance is not good. And this will provide some breezy conditions. Again, though, not nearly the kind of winds that we have been seeing. That's at least somewhat good news, but still breezy conditions there. All right, a week from today, Saturday the 18th. Look at this trough that's setting up across much of the United States and across much of North America. Now, we're kind of on the back side of it, but this would bring another round of cool air in here. But the real cold air is going to be pushed by a surface boundary across the eastern half of the country. We could see another round of snow in parts of the southeast U.S. with this. And again, some pretty chilly air. So well below average temperatures for a good portion of the country. Let's keep on going. This is Sunday the 19th. And again, look at that big ridge up across the Northeast Pacific and up into parts of Alaska. And that's just going to push that cold air south, especially east of the Rockies. Now, we'll get a little bit of that here, though. Temperatures should be at or below average if this is right. But unfortunately, yeah, we're dry. There's no shortwave energy that's really going to get in here. And even if it did, on that trajectory, it's not going to have any moisture with it. So we don't really see any meaningful rain chances. Then going out 10 days, this is Monday the 20th. High pressure sits along the west coast and up into the Northeast Pacific, a northerly, northwesterly flow. So we remain dry. And looking at rainfall for Phoenix off the GFS ensemble, the mean is just about 1/10 of an inch. Now, quite a few members show precipitation, but not much. European ensemble slightly more bullish with the ensemble mean up at about 1/4 of an inch, but there are still a number of members that show absolutely nothing. And again, this goes out through the 25th of January. And precipitation chances don't really start in here on this ensemble run until about the end of this upcoming week and into the following weekend and beyond. And then temperatures off the national blend of models. We stay below average today, tomorrow. And again, you see those overnight lows in the upper 30s. Again, that's at Sky Harbor. Most of us are going to be much cooler than that. Mid-30s, downtown Phoenix. Everyone else is either in the upper 20s or low 30s. So yeah, cover those plants tonight, tomorrow night. And then we'll warm it up a bit for the middle part of the week and then cool it off again by the time you get toward next weekend. All right, that is going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here on Monday morning, but just like with today, updates before that if necessary. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video, make those monetary contributions to us, or you can donate directly via PayPal. Groffshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation, the cat whisperer extraordinaire and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her blogs, her videos, everything Michelle related and tangentially Adriana related. It is all linked up down in the description, as well as our other big empire, our other big endeavor, part of the multimedia empire. It's our streaming station. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun with that. Yes, while it is linked up in the description, you can also check it out by just going directly to kmgx.com. And when you do that, and you're wondering what we do over there, well, it's the most chaotic mix of music you'll ever hear, including stuff like this. There you go. And that's all we can play, otherwise we get demonetized. What song was that? Go ahead and make your guesses in the comments. All righty, let's see here. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, all of your continued support. It is immensely appreciated. You guys be safe and have yourselves a beautiful rest of your Saturday. Beautiful.